This is our vlog! This video is all according to government and suggestion in addressing social inequalities. By the way, we forgot to introduce ourselves. I'm Ace Francisco.
I'm Marielла LABADO. I'm MAYBELLE MAESTRE.
And the other three, we're gonna insert here. We're gonna insert here. Later on, we're going to discuss our topic about government and social inequality. Grabe na, tiuran na. So, yan na. About, maybe.
Okay.
So, there is 3 objectives.
Okay.
First objective is to explain government programs and initiatives in addressing social inequalities. And the second, discuss social inequality problems it may create and things that we can do to lessen the impact of social inequality. And the third, suggest ways that could address social inequalities that you can identify within your group or community by creating your own social class autobiography.
Another one.
So, what is government and social inequality? So, Maybelle na yan.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ace. So by the way, what is government and social inequality? Government is the system or group of people governing an organized community, generally a state in the case of its word-associated definition. Government normally consists of legislature, executive, and judiciary. And the social inequality can be described as state of social affairs in which there is difference in opportunity, status, and treatment among the members of a given society. However, pervasive these inequalities might be, thought it could still be addressed. The government, having identified these inequalities, tries to formulate viable project initiatives to support research and programs, policies, and practices that reduce inequality in different sectors of society. It extends to many areas like youth development, reflecting disparities in arenas beyond education such as mental health, criminal justice, and workforce development.
There are 4 government initiated programs. First is the Philippines Conditional Cash Transfer Program, Pantawid Filipino Program or 4PIS, and its agency is the Development of Social Welfare and Development or DSWD. So what is it? This program, it is a human development measure of the national government that provides conditional cash grants to the poorest of the poor to improve the health, nutrition, and the education of the children aged 0 to 18 years old. It is pattern of the Conditional Cash Transfer or CCT schemes in Latin American and African countries, which have lifted millions of peoples around the world from poverty.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mariella. The second program initiated by the government is the Education for All, or AFE. Its agency is the DEPED, or Department of Education. Therefore, what is the meaning of education? Education is an innovation and holistic programs of reforms that I aim to improve access and quality of basic education for every Filipino. And it helps eradicate poverty and hunger giving people the chance a better life. The third initiated program, Sjnhs will discuss it later. See you, bye-bye! Bye-bye!
The third initiated programs by the government, the Service Delivery Network or SDN, and it is agency in the Department of Health. So what is it? Under set up, every family in local health system is designated to a health service provider or health facility within the network to ensure sustain access to quality healthcare across political, geographical, and administrative boundaries. Is the end goal? Service delivery at any time from anywhere to any device. Approach consists of basic network building blocks, common network design, based design patterns, integrated network components, and industry best practice. Provided a set of network connectivity, routing, load balancing, and advancement security mechanisms. Purposes: flexible networks, infrastructure designs that provide high performance, scalability, availability, security, flexibility, and management.
Hi guys, I'm Maxcine. The last initiative programs in our module is the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform or CARP, and its agency is Department of Agrarian Reform, in short, DAR. So, what is it? Is the a mandatory law that extend again the deadline of distributing agricultural lands to farmers for 5 years.
Another one.
Additionally, the developmental program provides the disposal of public alienable and disposable or A&D lands with the intent to open up frontier lands, while the redistributive program involves the redistribution of property or rights on private agricultural lands and the abolition of agricultural or share tenancy.
Nice.
Social inequality is the condition of unequal access to the benefits of belonging to any society in purely equal society. Every citizen is equally able to contribute to overall well-being of that society, and they are equally able to benefit from their membership within that society. Social inequality is equal the result of inter-society social treatment, biases, and prejudices that inform in unjust government regulations. Social inequality can be further broken down into two modes: direct and indirect. Direct social inequality occurs when unfair treatment of a group or groups is deliberate and can be present in both community or government capacities. Direct inequality is a purposeful act that takes away resources, opportunities, and or right from some and not others. Examples include governmental legislation
legislation mandating the segregation of school and other public places along racial lines, intersocial, business owner refusing to serve clients based on sexual orientation. And that's all.
Governmental legislation that eliminates or limits early and mail-in voting and or requires photo ID. The state purpose of these laws is to mitigate voter fraud, but the consequence is that people who obtain can vote in person only on election day, like students, the elderly, or those who can't otherwise afford to leave work or transport themselves to polling stations are disadvantaged. And intersocial, purchasing clothing that was made in sweet shops, sweet shop laborers are overviewed, underpaid, and often work unsafe working conditions, hindering their ability to contribute to and benefit from society. So while buying clothing itself does not create social inequality, it supports conditions that do. Buying food and produce that use harmful pesticides and their indirect social inequality can be avoided if the consequences are elucidated through education and transparency.
Okay.
Another one.
So we're here about the last class of social inequality and government. Lastly is the lowest or working class. What is the lowest or working class in our society? It is a class of people below the middle class, having the lowest social rank or standing due to the low income, lack of skills or education, and the like. Also, it's typified by poverty, homelessness, and unemployment people of this class. Yeah, that's a fact. Few whom have finished high schools suffer from lack of medical care and adequate housing and food, decent clothing, safety, and vocational training. So, grabe may tao. So, these classes were often made on the basis of their jobs and income. One thing that we know is that they go up in a social ladder. So, social ladder, right? Diba? All upper classes has been started with the lower class, to middle class, and to upper class. Waray ng mga kaiwa. Walang maka-skip sa kahirapan kahit kadiano pa man. Kadiano pa man. Okay, continue. They often have better access to education, healthcare, and other services such as housing, electricity, technology, clean water, and good nutrition. Yeah, that's upper class. Upper class has all connections. Makarologi. Ipon. Kamot. Joke. One of the best examples of social inequality brought about by this statement and are felt by our inequality brought ay naiya. Okay. Pero okay, rather. One of the best examples of social inequality brought about by this structure are felt by our minority group of people. They tend to have a great degree of inequality experience as manifested by their lower income, lower education opportunities, and reduced access to healthcare. Aside from our minorities, very poor people also experience greater social disadvantage. So social inequality was also very evident in gender too. We know that being female carries with them certain disadvantage to social equality, and that female always experience differences. Equality. In terms of pay from their work, and were not given equal opportunities to be promoted to higher position in a private company or public institution. So from that side, or talaga, I mean, hindi lahat ng babae pinapayagan maging ma-promote on era yung kanilang kampanya or ano pa yung public institution, kasi minsan gusto nila na lalaki lang yung promote, kaya sometimes logi tayo tayong tatrabaho lang. Yun lang. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Additionally, social inequality is the uneven distribution of wealth in our country, where few rich people had more and less fortunate people have less in life. We often structure society by the way. We divide people through different social classes, labeling the society as the upper class, middle class, and the lower or working class.